Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? So, yeah, this game really kicked my ass. I really wanted to give up many times, believe me. Many, many times. There were many times where I was frustrated. I felt like I was going nowhere with this game. I always knew that this project was not going to be a hit or anything, but I wanted to finish it. I wanted to really finish it. But every time I would feel like I was just thinking more and more. Um, it was really a challenging thing to overcome. But luckily, there were things in my life, I guess, changes that made things a little easier in pushing back and actually finishing the game. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see the all the stuff I did. I decided to basically start from day 1, work on lighting, work on the movement. As you can see, before Cyrus wasn't really moving, and I began to make him move a little more, give him a little more life, make him feel distressed, because I did want to emphasize how distressed the poor guy was. I also began adding lighting, background. I began to change here and there. The menu layout was probably the most boring part of this project. It was just not fun. I mean, I still feel like there's more to it, but I am happy how it looks. Map layout looks good. Map has level 1 through 10, and as you can see, mines are fully functional. Background, I pushed back and made it a little more simpler so that it feels more aesthetically pleasing. And yeah, there's a lot that I did here and there. I added some ambient lighting too to make things more I don't know, just they feel more heated up. If that's the proper word. And yeah, I did make every certain levels have like certain like button function. They're all the same functions, don't get me wrong, but like when you move up and down, they feel more like slippery depending on what map you are, or more sluggish. you know it's crazy what I was able to accomplish with the little like coding I did, but I try to implement as much as possible. And I also added advertisements. I don't know how well that worked, but it still shows like a practice run kind of thing when you download the game. Yes, the game is out, and yes, you can type in insanity and look for the fish, look for the Cyrus fish. I set out a goal to do 10 levels, one map, and I ended up doing 20 levels, 2 maps. I think that's once I was in map 2, I really began to have fun. This is a level from map 2. I really began to have fun with all of the coding I was able to do. It was basically the same thing but in a more complex version, and it just feels like map 2. It may not seem like it, but I felt like I brought it back to life. It brought me back to life. So I'm happy I was able to go and actually push and do map 2, because that's when I felt satisfied. And that's also when I realized that I downloaded the old school Unity. So now I have to dispute on Google something so that I can be so my game can be verified. I believe you can still download it. It just, you have to really look for it. It's called Insanity again. But yeah, that sucks. But I mean, I'm still happy because I was able to finish the game. That was my goal. You don't know how much it means for me to release this game. Whether or not it has like 5 downloads, I don't care. I am happy with how much I was able to put in this game. how much I learned from this game. I never learned what I learned doing this game. And I know you can study all you want, but in the end of the day, it's you feel a certain level of accomplishment. And I feel like I've reached that with this game. It's not the end of me making games. This isn't my full-time job. Sometimes I wish it would be, but then I wish I wouldn't, because this is a nice way to distract myself, or yeah, distract myself. I mean, I would like to make this my full-time job, don't get me wrong, but for now I believe this is how it is. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna try to invest as much time as I can making games, but hopefully I can implement the coding I used on this game on my other games, because again, like I said, I am happy on how much I was able to polish this game and make it a fairly enjoyable thing to see. I would like to think. I'm not sure. But yeah, I really am happy again. I may not sound like it, but this is just my voice. What do I plan to make next? As you can see on the screen below, one of my ideas is to make a racing game using these chubby little cars. I want to design them a little nicer, maybe, in memory of my old vehicles. I'm not sure yet. It's still in the works. The other one would be a dice game / chess game I am also working on. I have a lot of ideas. I really should narrow it down. So even then, I am trying to think of a way to implement my concepts and utilize them, even the ones that I won't use. Which is why I'm also making another side project that relies a lot on luck. Hint, hint. But yeah, as of now, this is the end of Insanity. There will be more Insanity, but in terms of this game, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my journey, and until